Back working on the Sansei High Mood radio again, tube testing and more. Well, afternoon YouTube. I have just dropped Kylie off at her tutoring, which was canceled, and her parents showed up at the same time, so she just got in her car and left. It's 4:41 in the afternoon right now on a Thursday. Got a couple of items in the mail I want to share with you before we get into the radio. And first one is this headlamp, and that was shared a purchase I made because of a video I watched, and I'll put the guy's name up here again. I can't never remember exactly how it's supposed to be said. Built road, ride, wrecked it. I can't remember. But anyway, that came in, and I'm going to show you what it looks like and turn it on for you and show you that. I can show you what it looks like on your head. There you go. Let me turn it on. Huh? Yeah? Huh? Turn it. That's the bright light. Then it goes down to a dim light, and then it has a strobe light also. That's how that works. So I'll show you the accessories it comes with, in addition to the batteries, rechargeable batteries that it's in there. So let me show you what else I got. I ordered these some time ago from China, soldering tools, and so they have arrived now, and so I will put them to good use. So they will go in my little thing where my pins and everything else go, and I'll put those in there. So let me get to the other camera. We'll show you what more about this thing and stuff like that. So, and then we'll get into the radio. Oh boy, you can't wait. Alright, like I said, here's our little item. You've seen it turn on. It's got the switches right here on the back of the headlight, and batteries go right here, and this cover here comes off for them to be you know, put in there. Now they do have a charging port right here. It's got a little plug. Apparently it came off, but there's a charging port right there, and they do give you the charger, obviously, which is here, and so that will come in handy. Also, they give you a car adapter, which is nice too, you know, if you want to plug that in a cigarette lighter to recharge your light. So that's kind of nice. I like that. I believe this will come in handy for a lot of things. My main problem with, like I said, it's a pretty good bright light, and I'm not really sure what the strobe is. Maybe for caution type of thing if you're wearing it out somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, that's that. And like I said, this is going to be a nice light to have. This does swivel, by the way, several positions, so that can be made to be useful. And like I said, these here, see if I can get this staple off, and we'll take a look at them a little closer. That's what you got tools for, right? Yeah, slide that out of there. Let's see, we got a little pick there. Another hook type pick on that end. That's nice. This is a little brush. That's nice. Brush on that end too. This looks to be like a screwdriver. A little flat blade and a chisel type on this end. So those are nice. Now, according to Bob, solder doesn't stick to these. It's more picks. And so that should be good. That's just a pointy stick. I guess is what you would call it. And the last one is, not really sure. Just can't tell anything. Looks like a forked pick, a type of thing like that. I'm not sure what that one. Oh, okay, that's got a, I see it now. It's It's got a little slot in it for holding, you know, bending screws and things like that. Not screws, wire. You know, you put that wire in there and bend it whatever shape you need it. That's nice. I like those. Those are, you know, they weren't very expensive. I don't know exactly what they were. I don't have it in front of me, but not bad. Not bad at all. So, all right, you've seen the toys that I got. Let's get on to the radio next. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to post a picture in here that I took after I cleaned this afternoon earlier. And it's a rare sight. Right now the bench is cluttered with the stuff I just put on here, including a pair of pliers, but it's mostly clean. Like I said, you'll see what it looks like. So there you go. There's what this place can look like. And I did clean up the floor. Bob asked me about that, and yes, I did clean up the floor also. And here are my little, I've got to find a place to put these again, because these were handy. Had them up on the bench, and I want them to be handy again. So, those in there like that. There we go. If I can hang it up somewhere, it'll be really handy. So, we'll work on that. Right now it's down on my shelf. So, I'll put these away. But okay, like I say, we're going to get to the radio next, so hang in there. Alright, here I am on the Japanese Sansei high mood radio. Now, it says high mood nowhere on this, but in looking at Radio Museum, there are several models of the high mood that looks just exactly like this, so I'm going to consider that pretty much proof this is the same radio. But like I said, it has no model number or name on it other than the Sensei or Sansei or whatever it is. But anyway, this is the tube I think is maybe the problem. Just, you know, looking at it from this point of view, I can look and see here that this appears to be your IF section. These are the IF tubes, usually right between them like that. One back here could be something related to it. It could be a detector, could be something like that. One's going to be probably, unless it's got a what do you call it, rectifier on it. It's one of them, probably a rectifier tube, and that just leaves this one down here. Oh, the audio output's down here, I'm pretty sure. It's down here by the audio output transformer and all that stuff. So anyway, I think this is our FM tube, and right away I see there's, it may be a, can't really tell, but it looks like the getter is going off that tube, and if that's true, it may, although they usually burn out the filament when that happens. Maybe not. It's just a little hard to see, I guess, because of the dirt. Let me see if I can use my magnification lamp, see what it is. Looks like a 17 EW8. Now, if I can find that on the tube chart, we may actually try to test that. So, let me put the thing on pause here and see if we can do. I just think it's best to test this first before we go in there and start poking around, because if that's, you know, if it's dead, you know, it's going to be 90% of your problem at least, probably. So I think it's just a good idea because it's easy enough test to do. So that's my reasoning on that. So we'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're going to test this tube now, 17 EW8, and I will put the testing on the screen there, the numbers for everybody. This is a two-part tube, so we'll need to test the both sections of it. I have it pretty much set up for the first one. I gotta adjust the line voltage, but other than that, 74 is the, I know I'm at the wrong end, but I just wanted to check, see. Up is 1, down is 4, and normal shorts should be on 5 and 8, and I think everything else is, I'll go through them real quick. A is 4 down here, B is 19.6 here, again C is 74, 1 up, 4 down, and that's the first section. Again, 5 and 8 should be the normal shorts. Let's turn it on or set our line test, our line adjust. Get that where it's supposed to be. There we go, pretty close. Alright, our short test is going to be this one, flash, but that's about it. This one, and that is number 5. That is the normal short. 6 is okay. 7 is okay. 8 is a normal short. 9 is whatever, and 10 is nothing. There you go. Pretty good. Let's give her a test, see what she does. Oh, that's not great. It's coming up a little bit. I'm going to say it's weak, if nothing else. I'd say that's the weak area. So we're going to give that a weak on that one. And then we're going to set up for the next test. Let's go ahead and turn that off. On this test, we have to have same on 4. 19.6 is the same. 74 is the same. Up is 6. And down is 3 and 4. So there we go. That's the next test. And we can go through the shorts again, but I don't think that changes any. We'll do it just for the heck of it after we turn it back on here and get it line set up, which seemed pretty good. Just a little dip there when the line voltage went down. All right, let's do these. One, I believe the same normal shorts. Yeah, 5 and oh, wait a minute. It is different. Let's try this. It's saying normal shorts 3 and 5, and I've got 3 and 4 down though. Did I mess that up? Yeah, I did. I got that wrong. Let's put these back like they were. I looked at the wrong one. 6 is up and 4 is down. So there we go. Alright, now again, normal shorts should show up on 3 and 5. So 1, 2, 3 is shorted, 4 is down, 5 is shorted, 6 is up, 7 is good, 8 is good, 9 good, and 10. Alright, those are all good. Now let's test it, see what she tests like. Ooh, this one's bad. I'm reading bad, bad, bad. I'm going to say this tube is, it's coming up. I'm going to say this tube is not real good. It may not be totally dead. Well, it's not. But it's just not working as good as it should. We'll let it warm up just a little bit more, but like I say, I just don't see it, I don't see it as being very good. Either one of them tested in the good, so now see it's stopped there. It's dead, or not dead, but it's not good. So there's going to be our first place that we're going to be looking for as far as numbers are concerned. As far as, you know, put this all back like it should be, and down to 0. Will I get that out? I think it's probably a little bit warm. Yeah, a little bit. Let that cool off a second, and I'll move the camera and we'll go back over here. Alright, let's take the tube, put it back in. See which way it goes in there. So we see the tube is going to be one of the suspect areas that we'd be looking at. Or at least in my boat. So let me get set up for the signal tracer. I'll get it out here in a minute. Let me get this other stuff put up, and we'll be back in just a sec.
Who it said had plotted to hack targets including FIFA and the US-based nuclear power company. 4 of them were also named in a joint British and Dutch military intelligence operation against agents from Russia's GRU spy agency.
It's working.
The BBC's Russian service editor, Vitaly Shevchenko, says
I
has treated the
need
allegations
to thank
with
Daniel
disdain.
Ryan
Television is still
for this.
the main source of information for
Daniel, if you're
most
watching, or
Russians.
I
There's
think
been
you
a lot
will
of
watch
colour
probably.
and lots of sarcasm.
Thank you. I after checking the tube, and it did check weak, and as Bob noted, it was the tube tester was set to 19.6 volts, and which is high for that tube because it's a 17 volt tube. He wanted to see if it would work better on a higher voltage, but if it tested weak at a higher voltage like that, then you know it is weak. So I read Daniel's comment from the first video, and he said he had a similar radio to work on, AM-FM, and it was good on AM and not good on FM. And and he also had a weak tube, and he said he decided he'd go ahead and clean the selector switch right down here. So while I was doing some stuff that Bob asked me to do, check on heater voltages and things, I thought, well, you know, I've got the alcohol sitting right there, so I poured a bunch in there and started working the switch back and forth several times, and this is the result.
Peru's former president Alberto Fujimori has appealed
I have.
to the
It's not the only
government
station it gets either, so. I'd say the tube is weak. These straight stations that I'm going by usually come in pretty strong.
And for the skin, the thing is, the body doesn't make them, and people are just not getting enough of this in their diet.
Portuguese star EA Sports said it was closely monitoring the situation. Cristiano Ronaldo has strongly denied any wrongdoing. A senior US military commander has
I do have a hum in there that I think is due to this bad filter cap.
defense system. General Joseph Votel described this as a needless escalation.
That will have to be addressed. I probably will try to find a tube, but Bob gave me a price and I forget what he said. They weren't cheap for that 17 EW8.
A group of French linguists concerned about the prevalence of the English
anyway,
fake
that
news.
that was a pretty quick work of it.
The Commission for the Enrichment of French Language.
I have to admit, Daniel, I never probably would have done that because it got AM so good, and it didn't seem to have any, you know, when you switch them back and forth, you can generally hear a crackling noise or static or whatever, and this one didn't really seem to do that, so, but it does work. So, I'm very pleased. Whoop. I have got to get that fixed one of these days. But I'm pleased, and like I said, that's going to end this video. Next video will probably be me replacing caps, and if I get the tube to replace the 17 EW8. For anybody that wonders, the tube complement on this radio is 50 EH5 for the audio output. You have two 12 BA6s in the IF stage there, 12 AV6, probably the detector, 12 BE6, not really sure what that does, to tell you the truth, and of course the FM tube is the 17 EW8. So that's the way it lines up. And by the way, I did find those on the back of the panel there, on the back of the radio. They're really difficult to see, but they are there. And so I got to comparing those with what was in the radio to make sure everything was hunky-dory there, so and it was. So I think, like I said, I'm gonna call that good on this one. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. It's 8:07 now. I kind of got to watching Eric O doing a What's Up Wednesday on Thursday, and that's one of his live chats. And so I ended up falling asleep in my chair in the living room. So that was after I ate. I had one of Kylie's chicken breasts she made yesterday. We were a little bit concerned yesterday on them because they seemed like maybe they were undercooked a little bit, but she had checked with the thermometer, as she's been told to, countless time by her stepmother, Autumn, my daughter. And said it was at the proper temperature, and I think it was, but I think it was barely there. So it didn't make us sick, so I'm sure that, you know, if it had been undercooked, probably would have. But anywho, I put that back in the microwave to make sure it was cooked. I put it in for 7 minutes. It was cooked. So had that and some green beans she had made yesterday, and some garlic toast. So that was good. Good supper. And like I said, that's about it. You guys, again, have a wonderful... I'm very happy with this radio, by the way. I am thinking about taking the cabinet and trying the dishwasher treatment on it. That seemed to do that one cabinet at Zenith really good. And this thing, I think, would benefit from a good cleaning. I'm not sure if the yellow is all yellow or if it's partly from cigarette smoke or what, but I think it won't hurt it any. I'm going to go ahead and take that dial plate off. And I think I saw how that goes back on. I think this this string here just goes through the, there's two little tabs on the back of that dial, and I think it just locks in there. But here's the thing, I don't understand when it gets down here how it gets past this, because that dial comes all the way down to here, and it's a little bit disconcerting, and especially down on this end, because you know it's going to be pulling up pretty hard on it. But I'm just guessing, because I don't know how else it would go. There's no other dial string on there that I can see, and the spring is taut on there. You guys probably not even seeing what I'm looking at, but like I said, everything seems to be working all right. And I'd like to find another knob, either like this or a set of 3 that would look good with this radio. So anyway, that's gonna be doing it. Like I say, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for watching, and again, for Peter's benefit, Driveway Dad, yes, this is a I'm gonna give you the model number of this. It's a Stako. The type number is 3PNJ401. Now you can look that up if you want. STACO, Stako. Again, 3PNJ401. And if you look up the specs on that, you'll see that it is an isolation transformer combination variac. So don't be concerned about it. It's been checked. Everything's copacetic. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Thanks for watching, and we will see you.